Howdy. Howdy. I got Toast here. Toast is on the stream. She's on the desk. So you know what that means. She's a good girl. She doesn't want me to play Pokemon. She wants to hop on the keyboard. Here, is that good? Can you be in my lap? Does that work? Oh, you can see her little broken tail. We found her like that. Yep, okay. Lap is fine. You can be in my lap. Alright. It's attempt 91. All of HeartGold with one Furret. It's been a slog. Been a bit of a slog, which is fine. Last week when we played was the furthest that I've got since my personal best. We lost to Jasmine for a second time. I was like rerouting the way we were doing it. I was going to take on Jasmine before Chuck because Chuck is scary. We got way too lucky on Chuck the first time. And this time it's like I want to be more careful. Hello, Ramona. You're noisy. Do you need help with the door, Ramona? There you go. Okay. Enough distractions. Get out of my office. All right. Oh, I was thinking about music. What I want to listen to. We're gonna listen to the dulcet tones of Flygon HG. JK, that would be silly. To listen to another Nuzlocker during a Nuzlocke. Alright, what do you got for me? Final Fantasy X Lo-Fi Awesome Mix from Sing D Laughter. Check the description to make sure there's no AI. No, we're great. And that one game with the guy from Final Fantasy VII spin-off game. Dirge of Cerberus. I played a little bit of Dirge of Cerberus. Yeah, that's what it was. With the guy with the red thing. Awesome. Glad we cleared that up. Ugh, there's a bug in here. There's always bugs lately. Alright. So this is attempt 92? I wrote it. 91. And not all of those are us losing the trainers. A lot of them are resetting for a Keen Eye Furret as opposed to a Runaway. Which is all well and good. So it's been less brutal than the number 91 might lead you to believe, but it's been pretty brutal. We've only gotten past Morty like 3 times, and Morty's not. We've never lost to Morty. I've talked a lot of smack on these streams about all the fights that are totally free and all the fights that aren't free and that kind of thing, and been humbled here and there. For the longest time, I was like, Whitney's totally free. We're so overleveled, and then we got attracked and flinched and paralyzed, and it was nuts. It was crazy. And then I was like, okay, Whitney's not free, but oh, this Bugsy's totally free. We never lose to Bugsy, and then we lost to Bugsy like twice. So I've talked a lot of smack on all the fights that are free. The one fight, only to be proven wrong, the one fight I am not wrong about being totally free is Morty. Morty is free, because you get the Shadow Claw TM right before you go in there, and just one-shot pretty much everything. The only thing we haven't one-shot is his strongest Gengar, but both times we fought it just pressed me and look. I suppose the worst thing that could possibly happen is it hits Hypnosis. I don't know if it really has... Let me even look at this moveset. Gengar. Literally the only thing it can press to do damage to us is Sucker Punch. It can put us to sleep, oh no. But as long as we don't get cursed, which we one-shot all of his Pokemon that no curse, there's just like really nothing that can go wrong. Like, and I mean that. Like, Sucker Punch, even if you got, I think he'd have to get like 3 Sucker Punch crits to come close to messing us up. Sorry I don't have the very early part of the game. I usually try to have Pokeballs before I start the stream, but didn't realize I didn't have that set up yet, so... Oh my god, all these interruptions. You know, it's strange. This doesn't sound like Final Fantasy X music I'm familiar with. This is a little more familiar. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, so now we're in the early game slog of just trying to get this done as quickly as possible. I like to go for this potion now when the run is totally safe, because once we catch Sentret, until he's leveled up a little more, this first route is actually really dangerous for us. If you've been watching the stream, you know that. You know that there's level 4 Pidgeys and level 4 Rattatas that outspeed us and won't let us run away, and it gets kind of crazy. Alright, kind old man, show us around town, give us our shoes. I'm an old man, do you want some shoes? Let me give you shoes. Alright, bro. Oh, fuck. Sorry I didn't have the stream. I didn't realize I didn't have it scheduled on the YouTube ahead of time, but rest assured I'll be here every Friday morning, every Tuesday evening. The Emerald Crest Pizza Chef lock, more like Emerald Crust, am I right, is going really well on attempt 7. We are freshly beat Flannery, and we've got some nuts stuff. It's a randomized chef lock of Pokemon Emerald Crest, which has all 1025 Pokemon in it, including regional variations, including Mega Evolutions. It's awesome. And it has tons of randomizer settings. So we've got randomized all Pokemon, all encounters, all trainers, all that stuff is randomized. And then we've got random abilities on Pokemon as well. So sitting in my party right now, I've got a Flash Fire Trevenant. So a Trevenant with a fire immunity. And then I've got a Levitate Blaziken, which is crazy. So we've got some really cool tools. It's no Urshifu, which I fumbled in attempt 6 there, but it's still really cool, and I'm excited about it. But the Furret stream is what we're doing today. 1 Furret versus all of HeartGold. Buddy commented in my last video, I just saw it today, asking what I envision Furret's moveset being by the end of the game, and I gotta say, I have no idea. I really don't know. I don't know what level we're gonna be at. Excuse me. By the time we get to the Elite Four, because naturally we get to... I've gotten to the 6th and 7th gym badge. I've gotten to a 7th gym badge one time when we lost to Whitney in attempt 56 or whenever that would have been. And then I just got to the 6th gym badge for the second time when I got to Whitney again. And both times, like, we were hovering right around, like, level 50. So we've got the Goldenrod, Team Rocket, Split, Claire, and Victory Road before we get to Elite Four. So I imagine we'll be, you know, at the very least into the 50s, like mid 50s naturally by the time we get to the Elite Four. And I think the Elite Four in this game, I'll look right now, I got the Nuzlocke guide here. Yeah, the cap for Lance is 50. So I mean, we're over leveled by quite a bit by the time we even get to the 6th, 7th gym on like a regular Nuzlocke level cap. But I don't know, like, you know, Will I'm not worried about. We'll have Shadow Claws, and I think those will go pretty crazy. Koga, not excited about Koga. We can't learn a single psychic move. We can't learn a single flying move. And I was told when I first started doing this all that Keen Eye ignores evasion boosts in Gen 4, but I have evidence to the contrary from one of our last streams where somebody used, I think, minimize or double team, and we missed them. The Keen Eye ability does not ignore evasion boost on opponents. Okay. So I was thinking that would help us a lot with minimize Muck, double team Crobat, but we're over leveled enough. Those aren't really my concerns on his team. It's more just like getting poisoned. You know, two of his Pokemon are toxic. One of them has toxic spikes, that doesn't do anything to us. A switch in hazard, that's nice. Fortress there. Bruno also scares the hell out of me. Like I said, we can't learn a single psychic move, a single flying move, so these fighting types are just kind of have the potential to run amok, really. And Onyx, I mean, maybe we'll still know Surf, but like, I don't know. Karen is also strange. Surf against the Houndoom. Lance, Surf might come in handy for the Charizard and the Aerodactyl. He's got 3 Dragonites. So, I don't know, maybe we're looking at like Ice Beam, Surf, Headbutt, Shadow Claw. Might have a TM that we teach like during the Elite Four. I don't know. It's really not clear what the moveset's going to be, because it's going to be dependent on what moves we even have available to us, and it's going to be dependent on what level we're at. It's just a lot of silliness to contend with. So yeah, so much of this music does not sound familiar to me at all. I guess it's been a while since I played, but here we are. This isn't going to be the longest stream today. I just want to get a run off the ground. Come on. Wow. Real photo finish there, Chrisma. I knew you could do it. I saw your trainer ID. Heal you up. You fought hard. You deserve it. Yawning already, not a good sign. Yeah. God. Yeah, I'll try to make sure I never have to do this on stream again, getting to Pokeballs, because this takes way too long. Just way too long. Yeah, 15 minutes just to get to the point where we're getting Pokeballs. Lame. Lame as hell. Oh, god damn it. So yeah, the Emerald Crest run and this run are just really, really different. Because the Emerald Crest, more like Crust, Emerald Crest run, the Pizza Chef lock, is like an exercise in luck and steering and, you know, just kind of like never knowing what's going to happen next, whereas the Furret run is a very different animal. It's very much so like, okay, you know at this point that the optimal thing to do is this, and we have to do this, and blah, blah, blah. So it's just two very different runs that we're on right now. And then I got the Pozzoli Chef lock I got to edit, of Emerald Sea Glass. I got to start editing that video. There's a time that I said I would have it up by June, which is really silly. Obviously that didn't happen. But the script is done. The script is done. I just have to actually start editing, and I have to cook the soup. That's one thing kind of holding me back, is I need to get the soup made, invite some friends over. I need to buy all those ingredients that I don't have. Okay, we have Pokeballs, so the run has officially begun. Attempt 9-1. So the optimal thing to do at this point in the game, when we're going for our first Sentret, we have to catch our Sentret on this route here, because we want to get as far west perfect on this route as possible, so we don't have to hazard through it with an underleveled Sentret. Okay, here we go. Oh, I should have saved. Whatever. I like to just throw Pokeballs. I've never actually like tried to pre-damage to catch, which is admittedly silly, but it's just how I've been playing. I don't feel like, I don't know, I just don't feel like damaging my first friend. I want him to want to come hang out. I don't want to have to beat him into following me on this journey. Awesome. And this Sentret respected that. So now we just gotta cross our fingers for Keen Eye. But baby, what you got? Run away. Adamant. After finding out about the evasion boost thing, I feel like running a non-Keen Eye Sentret specifically sets us up for doom against Faulkner. So I'm still going to reset. So this is attempt 92. 9-2, y'all. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, don't like to catch a Sentret this far east, but that's what I get for not saving. Oh, first ball. That's cool. At least it's level 3. Because the level 2 ones are just a nightmare to try to get out of this route. The level 3 ones are also super, super vulnerable. Like, we might die just trying to get out of this route. If it has Keen Eye. Keen Eye. Up attack. Okay. This is good. We just have to get him out of here to the next route. It's a lot safer to level up in the next route because you can run into Metapods, and there's a much smaller chance at least of running into Rattata. Okay, level 2 Pidgey we can actually take. Nice. Whoa. That was cool. Alright, now it's time to box Chrisma, the Totodile. This run is really an homage to my first video game experience, which is playing Pokemon Gold on the Game Boy Color. My first Pokemon was a Totodile named Chrisma, and my second Pokemon was the Sentret that I caught on Route 29 over there. So now what we do, this is one of our designated grinding moments in the game, where we grind up to level 5 before we take on youngster Joey. We want to at least be at the level a starter would be at, you know? You hope to see, like, Metapod. Ooh. I'm gonna run from this. Okay, cool. Because Metapod can't hurt you, and they give you more experience since they're evolved. But no such luck this time. All Pidgeys so far. What do we got? Yeah, all Pidgeys. Whatever. We definitely benefit, I think. Pidgey EV yield. Speed. Yeah. We definitely benefit from taking on these Pidgeys. We can definitely use help with our speed, especially early game. Nice. Level 4. Here we are. Now, in the past, I've tried to beat a Pokemon on every route with the Sentret. That's not really a part of the moveset. It's just something I've been doing for fun. I'm not going to really worry too much about that at this point. I'm just going to like make sure that we're grinding when at the points that I've designated to grind, which is here to level 5 and pre-Faulkner to level 15 so that we're evolved before we take them on. Because otherwise we're taking on a Pidgey at like level 11, I think, like a level 11 Pidgey and a level 13 Pidgeotto as a level 13 Sentret, which is like crazy. I've never even attempted it. It just doesn't seem worth it. Because this is Furret versus HeartGold to me, and so it's just important, I think, that baby be a Furret. Oh, is it a girl or a boy? Yes! Oh, thank God. Hold on. Thank you. Okay. Girl Sentret is super duper ideal. Nice, there's a Metapod. Because now we are immune to attract from Whitney's Miltank, which is the only way we've ever lost to Whitney is when we got attracted. Baby number 89 was, I think it might have been, was a bit of a simp. Bit of a simp. I'm allergic to simps. Ugh. They give me stomach trouble. Baby, 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 oh, like a baby, 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 no. Thought you know with me, how? Yeah, we fight every Metapod. We gotta grind anyway, so might as well grind on the things that are advantageous to grind on and easy. It gives a nice chunk of experience for this point in the game. A crit. It's their second, third crit of the run already, baby. Baby 91 came to have some fun. Am I right? Come on. Alright, now, we have never lost to youngster Joey. But I'd like to point out that this is far from free. All he needs to do is 2 quick attack crits. Ooh, maybe not even crits with a Tail Whip. But we are safe today. We are safe today. Yeah, I don't want your phone number. One of the reasons, one of the things motivating me at this point to defeat all of Johto and put them in their place is to teach them to never ask a 10-year-old walking around with his Sentret for their phone number. It's a messed up thing to do. It's something only losers do. And all of Johto seemingly wants to give you their fucking phone number. It's terrible, and I hate it. And I don't like it. And it's terrible. And I hate it. And I don't like it. And it's terrible. Alright, let's see here. Mikey is also not free, but we've never ended up having issues here. Nice. Now the kind of early game bosses are Elder Lee and Sprout Tower. You get hit with a hypnosis and stuff, like you get put to sleep for too long, you're out of, you know, there's only so much you can do. The Hoot Hoot's pretty bulky, and even if it doesn't hit very hard, if you stay asleep long enough, it'll mess you up. But as far as like trainers, there's really no trainers besides Elder Lee before Faulkner that are... We have lost to other sages in Sprout Tower, but it's because I neglected to heal between fights. It was not a matter of like that trainer is actually risky if I'm playing responsibly. So some of these attempts have gone down to just, you know, user error. But the real runs, the real, like, you know, got him off the ground. What's Zubat's EP yield? Runners, speed, I figured. That's great. Have all died to gym battles for the most part, and an Elderly. I don't think we've lost to Team Rocket at all. I don't know. It's all blending together at this point. All I know is that we fight every trainer we see. I fight every trainer I find in the game. No one's safe. And that's how we get the lion's share of our experience in this run. But it's also how we demonstrate to all of Johto that you're worse than Furret. A lot of people are even worse than Sentret. You see what I'm saying? Oh my god. Okay, this pen is broken. And I just got a bunch of ink on my hand. Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, there's just ink. Ooh. Okay, that's working. Kind of. I don't want my MacBook to be stained with ink. If I can avoid it. Oh, okay. Hey, spit. Spit works great. Oh, we're poisoned. I don't love that, but I don't think it should be an issue. We should be close to one-shotting these things. Oh, God. That was a little close for comfort. Okay, they do overworld poison damage in this. Don't love that. We'll do an antidote. What the hell is going on? Sorry, my controls are working poorly. And with level 7, we should definitely be able to run away from anything in this route at this point. Does Lyra fight us in this game? I know she fights you in Sacred Gold, the ROM hack by Drayano that I've played a little bit of. Good stuff, baby. Let's go. Alright. I'm just gonna do a quick little like perimeter of the accessible routes. Grab Rock Smash here. For a while, I was not picking up Rock Smash at all, let alone teaching it. But now, oh, so Furret can learn Rock Smash, but Sentret cannot. Okay, good to know. I'm still kind of like torn on whether or not I actually want to do that. One of the things about HMs for this run, especially, well, you can't get to the move the leader until you already have 7 badges. They're in Blackthorn City, where Claire is with her final gym. And, oh my god, stop doing this. Sorry, my computer is doing weird things. Alright, so we did the puzzle that drives people mad because it's so hard and ancient and tricky and terrible. And here we are. Oh my god. Nobody wants it to be like that. Sorry, everybody. This computer stuff is obnoxious. Alright, there we go. This chair rolls around too much. I'm feeling a little, if it's not obvious, I guess I'm feeling a little kind of out of sorts today. A little disorganized, a little frustrated. Okay, maybe this will work better. Maybe this is better. Alright. Want to fight some unknown. Hope they don't have hidden power fighting. Great, it's neutral. Who knows what it could be? Let's fight one more. Ha! H and A. Don't be hidden power fighting. Awesome. Don't be hidden power. Do crits do double damage in Gen 4? Yeah, okay. I thought they were 1.5. I would not have stayed in. Well, that's attempt 92. Fuck. It's so frustrating. We haven't saved the game, so I can go back to the save point. One of the earliest attempts that we lost, attempt 8, I actually lost to, I'd call it bad glitch management. There's a glitch that sometimes happens in the system that I'm playing with where the top screen will go black. And the only way to get around it and to get rid of that is, and get your game back is to save in game and then restart, and then it goes back to normal. But there was a save file already, and in HeartGold they will not let you save over a save file. You can only delete saved data from the title screen, and therefore Keen Eye, run away. So that's attempt 93. Moving on to attempt 94. Now here for it. Why are you fighting unknowns and dying to crits in the ruins of Alf? What is the advantage there? The advantage is shut the fuck up. Shut up. I don't care. I want to beat everyone. To me, you get an attack and a special attack EV from unknowns. That's crazy. That's honestly awesome. Boy, Sentret, not optimal. You got it. Does it have Keen Eye? My headcanon is that there's a village of Sentret that we keep recruiting from, that only the bravest and most ambitious of them are willing to come on this perilous journey that so many of their friends have not come back from. Minus defense. Keen Eye, male Sentret. That's some red flags, but we run any Sentret with Keen Eye. Any Sentret with Keen Eye brave enough to join the ranks gets to come on over and take on all of Johto with me. So, here we are. We can take Caterpies a lot of the times, so we're outspeeding it, which is nice. And then a lot of the times they just like to start hitting String Shot over and over again, and it's not super risky, so that's good. Gotta heal between every fight, because if we run into something that's over leveled on us, like a level 4 Pidgey. Love you too. Then that's the run right there. So level 2 we can take. It's not free, but we can do it. Hey, we're outspeeding even. Look at that. All right. Now this I recognize from the Final Fantasy X lo-fi mix from Sing 4D Laughter. Yeah, hold on just a second. I'm gonna mute the mic. All right, back to attempt 94. Woof. What a time. See, okay, this we can't beat. I think we try to run is the optimal thing. Awesome. Awesome, we were able to get away from that. Nice. That's what I like to see. That's who I like to see. Now, Metapod is the pointy thing on his back, on the back of this sprite, is that his nose? Or is it more like an arm, and then like the face is the thing between the eyes on the front? I feel like I used to always think that the spiky thing on the back here was the nose, but now I think it's like an arm thing, and that the face is the weird like lines between his eyes. Sound off in the comments. Does Metapod have a nose? If so, which one is it? How do you, Metapod? Nice. That's a nice chunk of experience. Hell yeah. That's exactly what we like to see. So, what's up with everyone else? You know? What's in the news? I won't get political today. If you've been watching the streams, you know I'm upset. I'm really upset. I'm having a hard time not getting sick to my stomach every day. But that's how life is. It's scary because you have to live it with other people around. And they're sick and bad. A lot of them. So, I wanted to gauge interest on a stream idea. I was thinking about streaming Pokemon Coliseum for the GameCube. But what I was thinking could be fun is I was thinking about doing it like on my actual GameCube, and then I stream footage of like a TV. I thought that could be like a fun. Oh, see, there's that crit I was talking about. 2 of those and we're fucked. But we still have not lost to youngster Joey, because that quick attack just did 10 damage. We're minus defense again. That keeps happening. We keep rolling minus defense natures, which, like, on a long enough timeline, I think the natures and all that don't really tend to matter that much. I'm not doing damage calcs or anything on this. Oh my god, we're still getting outsped by level 4 Pidgeys. Not doing damage calcs, but I just think at a certain point we're so over leveled that whatever discrepancy, like, oh, if I had 2 more defense, I don't think it's gonna be game changing in the late game. In the early game it can definitely come up and matter. A minus defense nature or minus speed nature or whatever it is. We've run minus attack before, which sucked. But I don't know, maybe that's all cope. Maybe I should be rolling for ideal natures as well. But that would just run the attempt count up so high, so fast. Don't tail whip me. Definitely don't quick attack me. Who quick attacks? That's just rude, you know? Caterpie, I don't wanna have this conversation with you. All I know at this point is that when this game starts going good and you're just kind of sweeping through people with a beefed up Furret, it feels real good. It's a lot of fun to do. And I used to get, when the run started, I was having really good luck at first, I feel like, in retrospect. In hindsight, I was getting very lucky with a lot of things that were happening in those early attempts. But what I feel like I was noticing in the early attempts was like, oh no, I feel like this is too easy. This might be boring to watch. This may be like a lame attempt, a lame challenge to stream or whatever. And now I know that, like, it's very much so not easy or free, or like there's a lot of challenging elements to this. And I'm, you know, he's my favorite Pokemon of all time. Furret is my favorite Pokemon. Has been my whole life, more or less. But even still, like, I can admit that it's a terrible Pokemon. Like, let's look at this stat distribution real quick. Let's look at these stats. Best stat is speed. And we can't even run away from Pidgeys that are lower level than us. 90 base speed, 415 base stat total, 90 base speed, 55 base special defense, 64 base physical defense, 76 base attack, 85 base HP. So it's like fast bulk, but like no defenses to speak of, and like terrible offensive. It's just a really silly Pokemon to try to beat an entire game with. And its move pool in Gen 4 specifically is it's brutal. It really is brutal how bad the move pool is. Like, you can't get the punch moves, any of the elemental punch moves, until you can get to the battle tower, like after the Elite Four, I think. Even you can't learn a single psychic move or flying move to counter our one weakness. Like, I feel like if Lanoon, I'm looking it up right now, if Lanoon learns fucking Aerial Ace, this is just anti-Furret prejudice. Gen 4, Lanoon. Okay, Lanoon is similarly, well, that makes me feel a little better. But still, you can't learn you can't learn Zen Headbutt in this gen. He can in later gens. In current generation, Furret can learn Zen Headbutt. And Zen Headbutt existed at the time, but Whatever. This is just where we're at. All right, so now I'm going back to Ruins of Alph, and I'm going until I beat an A unknown because I'm pissed off. I'm all pissed off, and I'm gonna make it these unknowns problems. You know, because like, why would you do that to us? We're really nice. We just want to beat you up until you fainted. Like, so to fight back is just, like, so rude. I've been considering also someday doing a run of gold or HeartGold where I use an unknown as, like, a starter. And I may do that soon. I actually have an idea for a run. I don't know if I want to do 2 HeartGold challenges in a row. Is that something that people care about? Like if you play the game over and over, the same game over and over? Let me know. Let me know how you would feel about me doing another HeartGold challenge right after the Furret challenge. Although this Furret challenge, the way it's been going, is going to take a long time. A really long time. There's an I. Don't have hidden power fighting. Nice. Okay, the unknowns are outspeeding us. We are overleveled. Plus speed nature even. Am I remembering that right? Yeah. Still getting outsped. Insane. Whatever. Like I said, I'm not leaving the ruins until I beat an unknown A. Unless I find out that they changed the letters that you get from each attempt. I don't know. Unknown A. Let me fight you. I can't believe crits do double damage in this game. That's insane. Legit, that's like... I knew it was one... I knew that happened at some point. I just thought it was way... I thought it was like Gen 3 is when that ended. But I guess I'm wrong. Real quick, before I forget, I want to move Baby's moves around. Unknown A, where are you? I want to beat you up. You pissed me off. And not once have we run into an unknown with hidden power ghost. Not one time have we gotten lucky enough to be like, oh, nice, this one doesn't have a move that can hit us. We're running. I'm gonna hang out for a little while longer. I mean it. I'm mad. I want to beat an unknown A. There's the H. We beat one of these earlier. Power. That's super effective. That was hidden power fighting. He did like 4 damage to me. Unknown D. Okay. Is our special defense just like way better than it was? I mean, it looks like it. We were plus attack minus special defense on that last run, weren't we? Okay. Because, yeah, they were doing 6 damage, and now they're doing, like, 4. Now that I know that these are offensive EVs, I'm, like, low-key tempted to just, like, grind out in here. Because it's, like, comparable experience to what you get from other guys, and with our plus speed nature, we're going to need more help in our offenses. Special attack's not something I want to lean on at all, but I do think it's something that we will have to utilize at a certain point. Specifically, like Lance, Ice Beam against Lance is like one of the only things I can think of that will help us against these Dragonites. If anything will. Is Unknown A, like, rare? What is going on? Or, yeah, did they just change the unknown that you get access to? Okay. Last one. I'm done. I'm done. It's time to take on the Sprout Tower. Alright. I guess we can fight something here. That's a speed EV. We like speed EVs. Although, like, speed is probably the least of our concerns for the, like, late game. Just because if there's one thing that, like, happens when you get overpowered, especially with speed being our best stat. I wonder what Sentret, how his stats look. Okay, so that's interesting. Speed is Sentret's worst stat. That's very interesting. I did not know that. So he evolves and he gets a lot faster. Alright, Sprout Tower time. We're a little more over level than we typically are because I had to rage out against those unknown. But, you know, I don't mind being over leveled. It's not against my rule set at all to grind as much as I want. I'm just trying to make sure that the game remains, like, somewhat challenging, which is why I'm not, like, just, like, grinding to level 100, and I am tempted to do that for an attempt. If we get to attempt 100 without even getting to the Elite Four, as an experiment, I'll rare candy all the way up to a level 100 and see how far we can get on that run. I probably wouldn't count it ultimately, but I just want to see, like, is there anything that can go wrong at that point? Like, what are the true pitfalls to look at regardless of power discrepancy, you know? What tools do the trainers and gym leaders of Johto have to deal with me at my most powerful? The Bellsprout EVs are great to get this early in the game. They're all attack EVs, so I'm happy with that. I have yet to do specific EV training, but I just, for the most part, when it comes to, like, wild Pokemon, outside of the times that I grind, I tend to not really take on any wild Pokemon unless they have optimal EV yield, speed, attack, maybe even special attack at this point. I'm still torn on whether or not to use Rock Smash. The one fight Rock Smash trivializes that would otherwise have the potential to end our run is a hiker in the cave leading to Azalea Town who has an Onix that knows Screech and Rock Throw. And we don't have any moves to hit it for neutral damage unless we teach it the Rock Smash HM, in which we can then hit it for super effective damage, and it's totally trivial. Now, we've never lost to the hiker. He tends to just not go for physical moves a lot of the time. He tends to just, like, hit Screech and some other setup move I'm forgetting. Alright, this is the first boss battle. This, specifically the Hoot Hoot, is not free. We gotta get lucky. That's lucky. That's not lucky. See, now we just have to stay alive. Whew. Nail biter. Gen 4 sleep. How many turns? Was that a guarantee or was that a... Up to 4 turns of sleep. Wow. Well, Elderly's down. Happy with that. And we gotta run. Baby 94 is here to go to war with all of Johto. I love the wiggly support beam. Do you think there's a giant Bellsprout in there? What do we think about the wiggly support beam? Sound up in the comments. Do you think the Bellsprout tower is a giant Bellsprout? How do you tower? You know, I've never taken the time to... Oh, this guy wants to, like, yeah, interview you, and I'm not interested in that. I don't care about that at all. This guy just wants to tell you about Bill. This person wants to give you an outfit, I guess, for your union room stuff. Alright, now we take on Faulkner's 2 trainers in the sky. And yeah, just like always, we're going to be about mid-level 13 after defeating every trainer available to us pre-Faulkner. Fury Swipes has hurt us a lot, but it is still optimal to go for over Scratch, with the opportunity for multiple chances to crit. Birdkeeper Rod. Usually they try to start hitting Sand Attack, and then it's awesome because we have Keen Eye and they can't do anything to us. Boom, like that. And then we just mow right through them. Alright, time to grind. Back on my grind. You know, I talked about it, but I mean it. I'm gonna go grind in Ruins of Alph. The unknown need to know that I mean business. As you can see, this is a pretty glitchy copy of this game. Mostly just like aesthetic glitches. Weird little like graphic issues. Fuck you, unknown. I watched the Pokemon Entei movie recently with the unknown. Real fun time. Good movie. In a lot of ways, I think it's a better story than the first 2 Pokemon movies. Maybe not Mewtwo. The Mewtwo and the clones and all that is pretty tight. But it's definitely better than Pokemon 2000. Pokemon 2000 is a bad movie. I like it. The vibes are immaculate. The aesthetics are cool. It's fun to hang out with Slowking and Lugia and the legendary birds. But the plot is so dumb. It makes no sense. In a way that, like, yeah, it's Pokemon. It doesn't make sense. But it's like, come on. Try a little. Whereas, like, you know, Entei makes a lot of sense. Her dad's an archaeologist. He tussles with ancient unknown magic. And then they're like, blah, blah, blah. And she likes the Enteis, so they make her dreams come true. Like, the unknown storyline makes sense. The conflict feels earned. Pokemon 2000 is just like, I'm kidnapping the legendary birds. And I'm Lugia. And we're an island, and you're the chosen one. And, I'm Slowking. It's just dumb. I love all those guys, though. Quick Attack. They should do more, like, Pokemon cards based off the show. I feel like most of the Pokemon card characters come from the games. There's that Unknown A I was looking for earlier. Fuck you. Fuck you. And I feel like they totally neglect the shows for the most part. I know that there are Jesse and James cards and that there's Ash cards. But I feel like it could be a lot of fun if they started dipping into the movies for inspiration and a little more. And had, like, you know, Is there like a Dada Zarude card? Doesn't look like it, you know? Which is like, why not? People like that movie a lot. Give him a card, you know? Put him on a card. I don't know. I'm excited for the black and white set, but I am poorer than ever. So I probably won't be able to buy like any of it, which is too bad. But, you know, there's worse things in the world than not being able to afford Pokemon cards. I know that might be hard for some of the people watching this stream to hear, but it's true that there are some things in the world that are worse than not being able to afford Pokemon cards. Unknown A. Unknown A is one of my favorite unknowns. I like A, I like H, I like E. Some crummy ones are like Z, kind of sucks. G kind of sucks. J's okay. This is B. I don't like Unknown B. I think Unknown B is kind of just... Oh, that's a B. You know what I mean? Like, more than other letters. B and Z are that way. See, the E is great. I like Unknown E. Unknown I is simple, but fine, you know? No complaints. Nom nom nom. There we go. Our first Hidden Power Ghost in 94 attempts. Yeah, Unknown H is really cool. Unknown O is cool in a similar way. Let's see, Fury Swipes misses a lot. Two Hidden Power Ghosts in a row. That's interesting, I guess. Unknown F I also think is pretty cute. There you go, baby. Scratch them up. Boom. Unknown D's nuts. Come on. Baby is evolving. Aren't we all? Alright, now we have a much faster, stronger Pokemon than we did a moment ago. How you feeling? Very interested. You like archaeology. You're a history buff, baby. Alright, get these PP up. And we go take on Faulkner. Faulkner, thus far, has been totally free. Especially with Keen Eye. The sand attack strats do nothing. And as long as we don't get super, super unlucky with, like, critical hit stuff... this should be fine. I'm going to set up defense curls on the Pidgey. Which isn't, like, totally relevant. Let me double check. Faulkner. Okay, yeah, I mean, Gust is a special move, but Tackle's not, so... While this thing is doing 1 HP to us at a time, I just don't think there's any, you know, reason not to set up the defense curls. And then I feel like we usually one-shot. Yeah. The difference between 9 and 13 is pretty big difference. But try to hit this Fury Swipe to start. 4 hits. Baby came to play. Baby 94. Gonna go to war. Nice. And there goes Faulkner. Give us our useless TM. Now, the thing that prevents me from wanting to teach Rock Smash is that I feel like it becomes a choice pretty quickly between Rock Smash and Quick Attack. Because we got to learn U-Turn after Bugsy. I don't know. It's just not ideal. More than ever playing this run, I like get to a point where I'm like, golly, I wish I could have 5 moves. It would just make the game that much easier. Ooh, that egg. Why is this Togepi egg important to the kimono girl? I don't understand. And why is she going the long way? She can't get around the Sudowoodo either? I don't hatch the egg. I don't care about it. It's not the point of this run. We'll fight this real quick. Should be a one-shot. Yeah, get that attack EV. Get that attack EV. You heard me before. And then get our useless Miracle Seed, and we can keep going. I did pick up the Rock Smash HM at least, I'm pretty sure. What's Mareep's EV yield? What do you guys think? Special defense is my guess. Special attack. I'll take that, actually. You didn't even get staticked for our trouble. How wonderful. We are in the end of the early game, or the part 2 of the early game, I would call it. I'd say the early game ends at Rival Azalea. Rival Azalea is the fight that like really tests your run and your luck more than anything, because if Ghastly hits Curse, which he's done twice now, I have to get at least 1 crit to have a chance of getting out of there alive. He's got 3 Pokemon to get through. We don't one-shot traditionally at least, typically, in my experience, we don't one-shot the Zubat. The Zubat can land Supersonics and mess things up. We lost one of our runs to them that way. So, Bugsy, I think we've lost to Bugsy, I know at least once, maybe twice. Rival Azalea, I think we've lost to like 4 times at this point. Twice to Curse, once to Supersonic stuff. And so at least 3 times that I can remember off the top of my head. No, only once to Curse, actually, because we didn't lose that second time he hit Curse. We won that one. So I don't know. These are all speed EVs. Maybe someday I'll keep track of the EVs that you naturally gain by taking on all the trainers. Could be interesting to know how quickly we like fill out our EV threshold. I don't think it's that quickly. For the most part, you're only getting 1 EV a Pokemon. Should baby not learn? Should baby learn that to not do? Yes, don't learn. Just let me say yes or no. I honestly think there's no great reason that you shouldn't be able to teach your Pokemon moves that it already wanted to learn. Like, the move tutor that reteaches old moves, that should just be a setting in your menu. You should just be able to pull up your Pokemon and go teach tackle whenever you want. And if you don't want to, like, I don't know, mess with like PP management stuff, if that's the problem, God, I wish we could learn Bullet Seed. Are you laughing at PP management?
Yeah. Is that the one with Jack Nicholson and Adam Sandler?
Yeah, PP management starring Jack Nicholson and Adam Sandler. It's cool that they did the porn version of their other movie, Anger Management. Yeah. I honestly think that's cool of them.
Yeah. Porn.
Piss porn management.
You're gonna get demonetized.
DP monetized. Come on. What's up? Hell yeah. Alright. Fight this bird trainer. He's like, yeah, you beat Faulkner. And then we stuff him. We stuff Peter? What's his name? Peter? Birdkeeper Peter. Birdkeeper BKP. Imagine being reduced to your profession or something, you know? Like, imagine you're a person who likes to hike, and Pokemon Game Freak is just like, oh, so you're Hiker Mark. Well, I like to hike. I don't know if I'm... You're Hiker Mark. Alright? Oh, I went on a picnic today. So you're Picnicker Lisa, then. Now, Fire Breather Ray, that guy's breathing fire. That's pretty remarkable. Not everyone can just walk out of their door and start breathing fire. I get calling him Fire Breather, whatever his name was. But hiker, picnicker, lass is fine, I guess. It's Scottish, but it's fine. Alright, now here's the hiker that could end our run if I don't teach baby Rock Smash. Rock Smash can also be helpful against Whitney. But we can't get rid of it until after Gym 8. And we've never needed Rock Smash. Oh, we got a male Furret this time. I'm going to skip out on Rock Smash. We've never lost to this guy before. It's just totally possible to lose to this guy. 3 hits is great. Good job, baby. Now let's crit some of those. Don't like that. Oh, don't like the miss. Get some crits. Get some crits. Come on. Nice. Crits, 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 crits. Get some crits, baby. Okay, yeah. He knows Rock Throw, but you see he never seems to want to hit it for some reason. It's so strange. This thing could easily have ended our... We were -4 defense. If it had just hit like 3 Rock Throws, maybe even 2, we would have gone down. But so I'm honestly kind of glad that we don't know Rock Smash, that we were able to get through. It was like it's kind of like one of those things. It's a safe play, but just for one specific trainer. If you're not fighting all trainers like I am, if you're doing like a solo run, I don't know, if you were soloing HeartGold with a Furret, but you didn't want to fight every trainer, you just skip that trainer. It's really easy. There's no risk, and then there's no real reason to teach Rock Smash. Furret, do you learn any other fighting moves, like Brick Break or something cool? Brick Break. Brick Break. Focus Punch. Yeah, Brick Break. You learn Brick Break. That's great. Oh my god. I always forget what this cave is called. I don't know where I am right now. Fire Breather Bill. Again, you can call a guy Fire Breather Bill, but Hiker Mark? I guess he's got his hiking gear. He likes to hike. But anybody could take a hike any day. And I don't think that merits calling them a hiker. Oh, baby, I feel great about walking with you. I wish you were a girl so that you were safer against Whitney. But other than that, like I said, I feel pretty great about walking with you. The feeling is mutual.
You're not gonna have time to do this shit.
Hold
You're
on.
not gonna have time to do any of the stuff you need to do.
All right. Nothing back there. Fight this Rattata? Why the hell not? And fight this Hiker Anthony. And then, yeah, I'll probably call it at Bugsy, win or lose, and then we'll start the next stream on the rival fight. Fighting boredom. Leveling seems pretty on point. I feel like this is usually right around where we're at. We get to right around 20 by the time we're out of Slowpoke Cave and taking on Bugsy. Wow! Ramona, calm down. Okay, I recognize this music too. Alright, I have to talk to Kurt. Still thinking about doing that Team Rocket game. The Fire Red Team Rocket edition or whatever. Still considering it. I'm not sure what I'd want to do because I don't think you can Nuzlocke that game necessarily, because I think there's like mandatory Pokemon pickups, and I think that there's like fights with Red that you are like supposed to lose. Let's Slowpoke EV build. HP, don't need that. We will run and leave him safe, as they have it bad enough with all these poaching, tail-cutting assholes in here. Intimidate? You can't intimidate me. We're not actually intimidated. Alright. Baby 94 is here to go to war. Alright, I'm not even healing. Proton has never been a problem. He's got 2 Pokemon, 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, blue shot. Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, I said 3 shot. Boom. Easy enough. Okay, Kurt, yeah. Let's go. What? You don't want my phone number? No, I don't. Not trying to make any Pokeballs. I don't need them. Alright, Bugsy time, and then we'll call it a day. This is the one that actually takes us across? Okay, yeah. No. We need to fight the trainer. You would think I would remember how these go. Is this still Final Fantasy? I mean, it's super familiar. Oh no, this is Spirit Away. I was like, I recognize this. That's crazy, but it didn't sound like Final Fantasy. So this is Spirited Away. Inochi no Name Spirited Away, but it's lo-fi from Bits and Hits -topic on YouTube. Thanks, Bits and Hits. Alright. 2 more trainers and then Bugsy. We have yet to lose to any gym trainer. They are really underleveled from their gym leaders typically. And then, you know, we're so overleveled for the most part after a certain point in the game. Wait, okay. We turn off this blue switch to fight that guy. That's right. Alright. Fight you. Effect Spore. Okay, poison is better than sleep. Go heal up. And then we'll do one last fight for the day. Start. Leave you on a cliffhanger. How will rival fight go? This one. This one. You can't fight these twins because you can't double battle with one Pokemon. Wish you could. Legitimately, I think it'd be fun to take on all these double battles with Furret, but you know, I don't make the rules. Alright. This is dumb, but I'm gonna go for the Fury Swipes. Oh, you crit immediately? Wow, that was amazing. Oh my god! What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? I've never... That was awful, okay? Baby, that was huge. Oh my god. Now we just have to, like, survive and not get poisoned. Wow, that was one of the crazier Bugsy fights I've been in this run. That was nuts. Honestly shocked that U-turn did that much. The ×2 crits are insane. But we made it through. 1094 is alive. And Bugsy's down. And we are one fight away from being out of the brutal early game. So we're going to heal up. And then next Friday morning, we'll be back to take on rival Boredom. And we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching the stream. Whenever you watch the stream, truly appreciate it. Come hang out for the Pizza Chef lock that we're doing on Tuesday nights. Emerald Crest, fully randomized. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot more like unpredictable than this run. So, definitely check that out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a like and a comment. Let me know if you wouldn't mind seeing another HeartGold run after this challenge, or if you'd rather see me play a different game entirely, or if there are any ROM hacks that you really think I would have fun playing. Drop that in the comment. I'm always super curious to hear about new games that I don't know about. So, love you guys. Stay safe. Stay grounded.